Hey guys, you don't usually see me at a math lesson, but we're going to be looking at these division problems today. Like you saw with Mr. Walker, they're one-step problems, so they're not hard. We're just going to divide in each one. We're going to draw some pictures to help us out. I'm going to work about 3 or 4 with you, and then I'll let you go try them on your own. All right, so let's work here from this problem set. Then you'll have some homework problems that are very similar. Now, this first one here says, a concert hall contains 8 sections of seats with the same number of seats in each section. There's 248 seats. How many seats are there in each section? Well, if I was going to draw this problem out just to help me solve it, let's just use that tape diagram. So all together, there are 248 seats. Okay? So that's all together. Now, if I'm going to use a tape diagram, it's going to look something like this. And how many sections are there? There's 8 sections. So we're going to draw this box here. We're going to make it 8 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That should work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So every one of these 8 sections has an equal number of seats in it. And altogether, there's 248 seats. So what we are doing is we're splitting 248 into 8 equal parts. Or what we're really doing is doing 248 divided into these 8 equal rows. So now it just becomes a division problem to find the answer. So 248 divided by 8. So 8 will not go into 2, so we have to look over at the next number. Will 8 go into 24? It will. So it'll go 3 times. We don't write it above the 2. We write it above the 4 because we're dividing 24 by 8. Mama multiply. 3 times 8 is 24. Sister subtract. 24 minus 24 is 0. Brother bring down our 8. Start all over. Daddy divide. 8 divided by 8 is 1. Mama multiply. 1 times 8 is 8. Sister subtract. 8 minus 8 is 0. There are no remaining seats. So in every one of these rows, there would be 31 seats. You don't have to write it in, but I'm just showing you pictorial representation here of what the division problem is. So we divided 248 into 8 sections. In every section, there would be 31 seats. That would be our answer to this first question. Let's move on to number 2 now. Let me scroll up here on my screen. Number 2 says, one day, the bakery made 719 bagels. The bagels were divided into 9 equal shipments. A few bagels were left over and given to the baker. How many bagels did the baker get? So what in a division problem, what do we call the leftover? We call it the remainder, don't we? And that's what this question is asking for. How many were left over and given to the baker? So there's only one way to find out, and that's divide. So let's work this out here. So if we're going to draw a tape diagram like we just did, we know the total is there's 719 bagels. They were divided into 9 equal shipments. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 boxes. And we want to know how many goes in each box or each shipment, and then there's going to be something left over, it said. So we need to find what's left over. So let's write our division problem. So it's 719 divided by how many shipments? Equal shipments divided by 9 equal shipments. All right, so now it just becomes the same thing. Daddy, mama, sister, brother, long division problem. Will 9 go into 7? No, it will not. Will 9 go into 71? Yes. So I know 8 times 9 is 72, but that's too big, so I'm going to have to go with 7 times 9. I'm not going to write it above the 7. I'm going to write it above the 1. 7 times 9 is 63. When I subtract, 71 minus 63 is 8. Brother, bring down our 9. Now I've got 89 divided by 9. Well, I know 10 times 9 is 90. That's pretty close, but it's too big. So I'm going to have to do 9 times 9. And 9 times 9 is 81. Sister, subtract. 89 minus 81 is 8. I don't have anything else to bring down, so that's my remainder. Remainder 8. So what does that mean? That means then these 9 equal shipments, every equal shipment got 79 bagels. But that's not what the question is asking, is it? It says after there were 79 in each equal shipment, there was some number left over that the baker got. How many were left over? We had a remainder of 8. So the baker got 8 bagels. That's our answer. So make sure you know what the question is asking. It didn't ask how many equal ones were in each shipment. It asked how many were left over that the baker got. And the answer is 8. Let's look at another one. Number 3. It's got several parts to it. 3 says, the sweet shop has 614 pieces of candy. They pack the candy into bags with 7 pieces in each bag. How many bags of candy did they fill? Okay, so this one is going to look a little bit different, isn't it? Let's get started on it here. They've got 614 total pieces of candy. And they're going to put 7 pieces of candy in each bag. So how many bags would that take? How many bags could they fill? So let's divide that up. Let's divide that 614 into 7 pieces for each bag. And when we divide, we're going to find out how many bags it would make if we took 614 pieces of candy and put 7 pieces per bag. How many bags could we make? So we're going to divide and find out. 7 will not go into 6. It will go into 61. Okay, it's going to be 8, not above the 6, but above the 1. 8 times 7 is 56. Sister, subtract. 61 minus 56 is 5. Brother, bring down our 4. Now we've got daddy divide. 54 divided by 7. Well, we see 7 times 8 is 56, so let's do 7 times 7. That's mama multiply 49. Sister, subtract. 54 minus 49 is 5. Nothing else to bring down. So we've got a remainder of 5. Now, what does that tell us? That tells us if we took 614 pieces of candy and made bags of 7 pieces of candy each, that we could fill 87 bags of candy. And when we fill those 87 bags of candy, we couldn't fill one more because we're putting 7 in each bag and we would only have 5 left. So let's look back over here at part 1. Part 1 says, how many bags of candy did they fill? Well, we see that answer right here. They filled 87 bags of candy. Okay. Part 2 says, how many pieces of candy were left? Well, that's our remainder. There were 5 pieces left. Okay. So now that is how you're going to do today's division. And if it helps you to draw pictures, a tape diagram, or draw some kind of picture to help you, then do it. If you just want to divide and find the answer, that's fine too. Whatever works for you. These are one-step problems. Just make sure you're doing the right step. Make sure you know what they are asking for, okay? So you've seen several examples from Mr. Walker and 3 from me. I think you're ready to go give it a shot on your own now. Good luck on these word problems. I think you'll do very well. Read them carefully. Again, make sure you read carefully to see what they are asking for. All right. Talk to you later.